Hi there and welcome to the latest week ahead forecast from the Met Office. The second half of April has brought cooler than average weather, but that's about to change as the winds change direction. Now, normally through the winter and the first half of spring, we talk about southwesterlies being mild and northeasterly winds being cold. This week, however, that's switching on its head. And that's because we start the week with these cool southwesterlies that don't really come from the southwest. They're bringing air that comes from further north. Meanwhile, warm air over the Mediterranean and the continent, watch how it moves north over the next few days, and this plume of warmth then arrives into the UK on an easterly and then northeasterly wind. So we start the week with cool southwesterlies and we end the week with warm northeasterlies. But bear in mind, it's not going to feel warm everywhere. There will be exceptions, particularly where we've got some wetter weather lingering towards the far southwest and where we've got some fret and har affecting northeastern coasts. Temperatures are still going to be suppressed. Elsewhere, we have got warmer conditions developing over the next few days, but it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be drier everywhere. Now, we start the week with the focus of the wet weather towards the west, and watch how the rain builds up across the map through Monday to Friday. Western areas on Tuesday seeing the bulk of the wet weather. Then the focus turns to southern parts as low pressure sinks to the south, and the highest rainfall totals are expected through the next week or so across South Wales and southwest England. Some upland areas seeing 50 to 100 millimetres of rain. But note those areas where we're going to see very little rainfall, if any. East Midlands, for example, parts of southeast England and towards the far north and northwest of Scotland. So a very mixed week of weather from place to place and from day to day. We start the week, or at least we start Tuesday, with some fine weather there across central and eastern parts of England. Northern Scotland also faring well for sunny spells. Further west, we've got cloud and outbreaks of rain and increased breeze as well. Particularly gusty wind around western coast, making it feel on the cool side. The sun will return for Northern Ireland in between scattered showers, although it stays dull and damp. Western Scotland, Wales and the southwest. Meanwhile, we'll keep the sunshine in the east of England, northeast Scotland as well. One or two light showers possible, but temperature contrast quite significant across the UK. On Tuesday afternoon, 19, possibly stretching to 20 Celsius in the east of England, 12 to 13 for the west of the UK, with that blustery breeze coming from the southwest. Then, later Tuesday, the low pressure that's sitting out to the west of the UK meanders around, but eventually the winds begin to switch more to a southeasterly direction. And they'll bring this feature into eastern parts of the country to bring some showery rain on Wednesday. So a cloudier outlook for Wednesday morning compared with how we end things on Tuesday in the east. And that's where there'll be some wet weather into eastern Scotland, northeast England, for example, and an increased amount of low cloud and mist and murk and so on around some of the coastal parts here. That means temperatures will be limited to 13 or 14 Celsius, some places 11 or 12 Celsius at best. Meanwhile, it's a warmer day towards the west and a drier day as well, with some sunny spells, albeit with a few showers still possible, and a lot of cloud cover, with some patchy rain arriving into the Midlands, central southern England by the end of the day. The best of any sunny spells and prolonged dry weather, western Scotland towards the far southwest, West Wales, for example, where temperatures will reach the mid-teens. Then into Wednesday nights, well, we're looking at a different low pressure by this stage, one over continental Europe. This is a thundery area of low pressure, and you'll note the warmer colours as well arriving across many parts of the country from the southeast. But this feature, associated with the warm, humid air over the continent, could bring some thundery rain overnight Wednesday and into the start of Thursday. So we start off Thursday with some potentially very heavy rainfall across southern and southwestern parts of the UK, into South Wales, for example. Frequent lightning a possibility overnight and into the very early morning on Thursday. Some uncertainty about exactly where these thunderstorms will occur, but they'll be moving their way northwestwards through the morning. It could be a damp morning for the southwest of England and South Wales. Thunderstorms tending to ease, but leaving a legacy of outbreaks of rain, I suspect, well into the afternoon across this part of the country. Elsewhere, it's mostly dry, but there will be that low cloud hugging the northeast coast, eastern Scotland, Northeast England, for example, perhaps down to look towards Lincolnshire and North Norfolk as well. Best of any sunshine, once again, Western Scotland, Northern Ireland doing well, Northwest England into parts of the Midlands and East Anglia. And it's in this sunnier swathe that the highest temperatures will be. Again, marked contrasts up and down the country. Cool, where we've got the cloud and rain towards the southwest, 14 or 15 Celsius. Cool, where we've got that northeasterly breeze and the low cloud in the northeast. 12 Celsius at best. But where we do have some sunshine for Western Scotland, Northern Ireland, through these central parts of the UK, the potential for 18 to 22 Celsius. Then into Friday, a similar picture with outbreaks of showery rain across parts of Wales and the south of England. Perhaps some showers returning into the east of England for a time as well. Elsewhere, a lot of cloud cover, but once more, the sunniest place likely to be Western Scotland, parts of northwest England, Northern Ireland seeing some bright conditions as well. And where we get the sunshine, once again, temperatures up into the high teens, perhaps low 20s. Where we've got the mist and low cloud in the northeast, temperatures once again limited. Similar themes as we head into the start of the weekend. We've got higher pressure towards the southwest, low pressure eventually sinking away from the south of the UK to lead to some drier weather for a time at the start of the bank holiday weekend. But further lows trying to move in, and the speed at which these lows begin to affect the UK through the weekend, that's a source of continuing uncertainty at the moment, and the extent to which this area of high pressure and high pressure to the north cling on, well, again, that is a little uncertain at the moment, but it looks likely that Saturday will be mostly dry, an increased chance of showers or longer spells of rain as the weekend progresses. We'll keep you updated on that, and of course everything else, you can follow those updates on our YouTube channel. Bye-bye.